I think my neighbor tried to warn me about something before he disappeared, and I didn't realize what he meant until it was too late. So a few months ago I moved into this cheap apartment, and when I say cheap, I mean suspiciously cheap. The landlord told me the previous tenant moved suddenly. That should have been my first red flag. But the place looked normal, until the first night. At exactly 2:17 a.m. I heard 3 knocks on the wall next to my bed. Knock, knock, knock. Not random tapping, perfectly spaced knocks. I figured it was just the neighbor, maybe annoyed about something. But then it happened again the next night. 2:17 a.m., 3 knocks, then the next night, and the next, every night. After about a week, curiosity got the best of me, so one night I knocked back, 3 knocks, immediately. The other side went silent, like whoever was there froze. Then 5 seconds later, I heard something that made my stomach drop. A 4th knock, slower, louder, like someone leaning their entire body weight into the wall. That's when something clicked in my brain. The knocking wasn't random, it was a pattern. So the next day I looked up the building floor plan online, and that's when I noticed something weird. According to the layout, there wasn't supposed to be an apartment next to mine. That wall was marked as a storage room, so I asked the landlord, and when I mentioned the knocking, the guy literally froze, like completely still. Then he laughed and said the room had been sealed off years ago and that I was probably just hearing pipes. Pipes. That knock 3 times every night at the exact same minute. Yeah, sure. So that night I stayed awake waiting. 2:17 came, 3 knocks. But this time there was something else. A voice, very quiet, like someone whispering through drywall. At first I couldn't understand it, then suddenly I heard it clearly. Don't answer it. Over and over. Don't answer it. My heart started racing, because I realized something terrifying. I never told anyone about knocking back. Then suddenly, bang! Something slammed against the wall so hard my bed shook, like someone had thrown their entire body against it. I grabbed my phone and ran out into the hallway, and that's when I noticed something even worse. The door to the storage room down the hall was slightly open. I swear it wasn't open earlier, and inside, it was completely dark. But I could hear breathing, slow, heavy breathing. I moved closer to the door. Then suddenly a voice from behind me said, "You shouldn't be awake right now." I turned around. It was the landlord, just standing there in the hallway staring at me. And the next morning, the wall next to my bed had been freshly painted overnight, and there was a note under my door that simply said, "Stop knocking back."